Hey guys, what's up? Thank you so much again for coming back for another video. Today we're going to be starting a new weekly series here on my channel called Makeup Weekly Rewind. The whole inspiration for this weekly series really came from one particular item, which I'm going to mention a little bit later on in the video. I wanted to really start utilizing the items that I have in my makeup collection. I'm going to tell you what items I used for the week, my thoughts on the product, how it worked for me this time around, if it's an old product that I brought out from my drawers, or if it's a new product, I'll let you guys know, did I like it, did I not like it, and most likely I'll also include clips of me trying on the product so you can see how it actually applies. All the products I'm mentioning today, I am wearing it on the face as well. I didn't want this to be about if it's a yay or a nay, like a favorite or not, because that I decided just to keep it for my monthly obsessions video. It also just gives me a chance to really utilize more makeup and keep everything kind of rotating around. This is the bag that you guys will see weekly, which says this bag contains my face, because literally this bag does contain my face. I purchased this just recently from TJ Maxx, an oldie but a goodie. It's from the brand YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, and this is the Touche Eclat Blur Perfector. I believe I received this from Influencer a while back. You can also use this not only as a primer, but you can also use this to touch up your makeup throughout the day, which I've never actually tried because I'd rather use a powder in that sense. More of like a silicone type of feel to it, and I like to really just press this into my pores. But once it dissipates into the skin, it has more of like a soft kind of powdery finish to it, which is really kind of odd, but I love the texture of this. And as you guys can see, I've already kind of dipped into this product. I really like the way how my makeup applies when I use this primer. If you guys watch our daily vlogs, then you know I don't wear foundation every single day. On days where I don't want to wear foundation, I just use a moisturizer with SPF, which is always a must, and then I'll just dust on some powder. But for the days when I was wearing foundation, I decided to grab this one from Lorac. It's the Perfection Foundation, which also contains SPF 20. This has a pump, which is always a plus, and the shade I have is PR7. It has a medium to full coverage, and it also includes, I believe, vitamins A, C, and E, olive leaf extract, lemon fruit extract, and also papaya fruit, which are all nourishing ingredients for the skin. Plus, of course, it has the SPF 20, which you cannot beat that. I like to apply this with a damp beauty blender or a damp sponge. I love the way how it sits on the skin because it feels very lightweight. It definitely doesn't feel heavy. It is buildable, but even when you build it, it doesn't feel like you have a mask of foundation on the face. I know it says that it's a Perfection Foundation. I can't really say that this blurs any of my pores. I think that would have to really do with the type of primer you use underneath. Concealer this week is from Oprah Cosmetics, and this is called the Essence Color Correcting Stick. It is in the shade 03. This has a nice light creamy formula. It's supposed to help neutralize any dark circles. Then I either like to blend it out with my ring finger, or today I used the damp beauty sponge. But since I am filming today, I decided to add a bit more coverage, so I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Concealer. I think it's a good product to use on the daily, but if you of course want more coverage, just pop on more concealer and you know, it gets the job done. It's also really lightweight. I didn't have any problems with it creasing. For the eyes, blush, bronzer, and highlight, they all came from one palette. And this next palette you guys will see will make a reappearance because it's a staple of mine whenever I travel, but I decided to kind of play around with it again. And it is from the Balm Cosmetics. It's the Balm Voyage Volume 2. Get 9 eyeshadows. You have some matte and some shimmer. You receive a bronzer, highlighter, 2 blushes, and then down here, which can either be used for your lips or cheeks, which I don't really use that, so I always have that part closed. These are the products that I have on my eyes, and I also have another shadow which I incorporated in, which I'll talk about in a second. It's so easy to bring this from a day look to an evening look. And as you guys can tell, I even made a dip in some of these eyeshadows. So if I make a dip into some shadows, then you know I definitely love the palette. Have a really beautiful transition color over here called, I think it's called Terre Vitula. I know I'm butchering the name. So I have this all over my transition. Then I have Valcomen which is a beautiful plummy purple on the outer corners. In the inner corners, have this beautiful kind of champagne color called Bienvenue. And then for the highlight, I have a matte cream color called Welcome. And as for the center of the lid, I decided to go with a gold shadow from Oprah Cosmetics. I think it's, oh, this one is called Gold Rush. It is so gorgeous. It's really pigmented as well. So I just used my ring finger, then tapped it right onto the center of the lid. I thought it would go perfectly with the purple, and then you have the gold. Then I used xoxo as my bronzer, which is really great because it's a matte bronzer. It doesn't have a warm undertone to it, so it's great for contouring. It has a little bit more of a grayish tone to it. Then for the blush, you have one that's a nice rosy pink, and then you have a peachy. These have more of like a satin finish to them. I just mix them together. I think they just work perfectly with any eye look. I can't believe I forgot to talk about the highlight, which is super important. So this is the highlight from the palette, which has more of like a champagne color. It glides on so smoothly onto the skin. I just like to use my ring finger when applying it. And I also like to apply this right onto the inner tear ducts to really help open up the eyes. It doesn't have any shimmer, which is great. This has more of a sheen, and it gives you a beautiful glow. This is like those all-in-one palettes for me. I absolutely love this, and love the combination with the Gold Rush eyeshadow from Oprah Cosmetics. So this next item was the whole inspiration really for this series, and it is from the brand Tarte Cosmetics. This is called the Clay Pot Amazonian Waterproof Liner. I've had this liner for 2 years now. I never even opened it until this week, and I have to say that it really just brought back the love for gel pot liners. It has a really creamy formula. I'm not sure if just because it's hot right now, that's why it's super creamy. And from the clips you guys will see, I actually messed up on my liner because I was in a hurry. We were gonna go out to dinner. I was really trying to rush with my makeup, but the good thing about that is you can always take some makeup remover and a Q-tip to clean up your eyeliner. It didn't smear or smudge on me all day. It pretty much stayed in place. From the brand Essence Cosmetics, and this is called the Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara with lengthening fibers. So also waterproof. Let me show you guys what the wand looks like. So it has a pretty nice thin long wand. I have pretty short and just really straight lashes. The lengthening fibers do not go all over the place. A few weeks ago I had used some sort of fiber mascara from Tarte, and that product just went inside my eye, and it really irritated my eye, and my eyes were actually starting to get puffy and red on the sides because I wore it the whole day. I was testing it out at work, and it was just horrible. I had the worst experience with that. But this product, no, it lengthened my lashes, it gave them volume, it's waterproof, and it doesn't smear, smudge. I think it's a really good mascara from Essence Cosmetics. Plus, it's also drugstore. It's really inexpensive. If you guys were watching my other videos, you saw that I was wearing a really bold lip color, and it is this one from Kat Von D. This is one of her everlasting liquid lipsticks in the shade called Love. I want to say it's like a purple kind of fuchsia lip color, and the thing I love about the Kat Von D everlasting liquid lipsticks is that they don't dry out the lips. I find that this product doesn't like settle into the little cracks and lines of my lips. This also does have a blue undertone to it, so it gives the appearance that your teeth look whiter, which is always a plus. Another one I had in rotation this week is from Pixi by Petra, and this is called their Gel Tint and Silk Gloss. Sorry, I keep having to pull my shirt down. That's the only problem with these types of blouses. I always have to pull it down whenever I move. On one side we have the actual gel tint. This is called Berry Tint, and it's actually very sheer. It just gives a nice kind of a light wash to the lips, jelly-like feel to the lips. To me, it felt kind of weird on the lips because I didn't really like the consistency of it. And on the other side we have Sweet Gloss, which is a really pretty nudie pink color. Most of the time I would apply Berry Tint all over the lips, and then I would apply Sweet Gloss on top of it. I love the combination of it. Or I would just apply Sweet Gloss on its own. My problem though with this product is definitely the wand, because it has a doe foot applicator, but it's really stiff. Like, if you guys can see, it doesn't even bend. Other than that, I really enjoy the gloss part. The berry, not so much, but I like the gloss on this product. Wunder2 Perfect Selfie HD powder. I was also using the Wunder Kabuki brush, which I have to say it's really nice and super soft. The HD photo finishing powder, I thought it was an okay product. Definitely not my favorite from the Wunder2 brand, but it gets the job done. I wasn't super impressed with it. To lock everything in place, because I'm an oily skin girl, this week I used the City Color Collection Oil Control Matte Setting Spray. It's enhanced with aloe vera and silica. It's long lasting and it's also paraben free. This has a really nice light rose scent to it, which dissipates fairly quickly. If you guys are sensitive to floral scents, just a little FYI, it's very faint and it disappears right away. So this, I feel it helps also control my oils. It keeps me matte, and I also just like to apply this throughout the day after I've powdered my face. So that was everything in my makeup bag this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the very first Makeup Weekly Rewind video. If you guys have any suggestions on items I should check out at the drugstore or at Sephora, Ulta, or whatever it is, let me know in the comment area down below. If you guys also found this video helpful, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe before you guys leave if you're new here to my channel. I upload daily vlogs, which I upload daily, or if the footage is a bit too short, then I end up just combining the days. But for beauty videos, I decided I wanted to go with Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So make sure you guys check back next Sunday for another Makeup Weekly Rewind. Sending you guys positive vibes for a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.